Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Talk Stocks with B. Let's get right into it. Let's look at exactly what we got going on with Apple today. Again, we're struggling to get back above this level. We had a high of 156 and 36 cent, and we had a low of 152.68. So it's a battle right now, and we still don't have a clear direction. One thing that we do know is that when we look at the weekly though on Apple, you can definitely see that this would be the second week that we close below this trend, so that can lead to more downside for the week. It's struggling. It's a dogfight, and I think it's consolidating to move lower. I still haven't showed my positions. I did add some short-term puts for next week, and let's see how it goes. But honestly, I'm bearish on Apple. I'm kind of done with it. I was waiting for a retest. You guys know what I'm talking about, this white line right here. I don't know why it's gray today, but we never got that retest, and it's just making, it consolidated and made a lower low today, so it bounced, and that was scary. For me, I would have loved to see a retest of 158, and we are not getting that. And then when I take a look at the weekly, I see that we're going on a second week of closing below this and making a lower low. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row that Apple has closed at a lower low. So keep an eye on that with Apple. It's not looking too good for Apple at the moment. Let's go into another play. Let's look at SPY. As always, SPY is our best friends. We hit it right on the money with SPY. We've been playing this bull run up. We had a nasty fake out this morning. That's why sometimes it's best not to watch the market in the morning, especially if you got weekends and you don't know how to manage risks. That's exactly what happened today. A bunch of people got faked out. I was very surprised on the recovery. Not the recovery. I was surprised when we went up and then we pretty much gave up all the gains and went red again. That was a nasty fake out because we closed green with a nice green candle, and I was calling for 4-1, 4-3, which is still possible, and we're pretty much almost there. Today was a nice day to take profits again. I'm pretty much like almost out of calls. I don't see much upside, but I am leaving some as runners. What I can see is that this was a nice, strong bounce, and I wouldn't be surprised if we can make it back to this 407 level right here, or even better yet, this 424. Those are very interesting levels. As you can see, this pattern right here, we usually make a significant bounce and bounce for days. This one, the last time we touched this line, it was a nice strong bounce until we hit this red line. That was a nice, candle, we started the day down huge, right? And then we went up green, and then we went all the way back down, and then the dip buyers came back again. So shout out to the dip buyers with SPY. I'm still bearish overall long term, but I'm letting you guys know that the market price action today led me to believe that we have furthermore upside, possibly even more than 401 or 403. I'm talking about 407 or probably 420. I would say just be careful on these short-term shorts. They can, get squeezed out. So I'm not changing my thesis. I am bearish. I am playing that we do drop back from touching that blue line, and today could even be the high of this candle too. Especially when you look at Apple chart, when you look at Apple, if Apple drops, the market will drops. That's what we got going. And another monster day for Tesla. As you can see, it is on a tear at the moment. It exceeded my price levels for the week. We talked about those in a couple past videos. It looks like it wants to retest this trend, which is a steep climb. We're talking about just a straight green week, and I don't think that's going to happen. I do think we probably get a test of this level right here, 300. We're pretty much close to that. So that's the level I will be looking at on Tesla. I am very surprised with this week, truthfully, but we talked about a Tesla flow at the beginning of the week and how it was bullish. And if you guys got it, congrats to you. But we did see those huge orders come in for November 230 puts. So use this. I mean, if you're short the market, Tesla is a perfect stock to be short in. So use these bullish activities to add on to short positions, and don't get discouraged. As long as you have time, do not worry about the money that you're losing. Just know your risks, and just don't look at it truthfully. And honestly, like these are perfect times to add on when things are going great. But yeah, that was Tesla today. I really was just very interested about exactly what happened today with the market and how we had some ups and downs, and I was very surprised that we still ended up green, and it's very intimidating for shorts for sure, because that definitely was the bottom. Remember, we did say Nvidia was basing. It had that huge low. It still didn't break this low of 132. It made it it went all the way down to what it was, 133, and we had a nice strong bounce to 140. So I believe it's heading for this level, so don't be surprised. I personally, for me, like, I know I keep going back to Apple, but I really think Apple is going to retest that white line that we've been talking about. The chart just not showing it yet, and so it's bearish, but I know MMs, and I'm expecting that fake out, and I'm hoping that we get a touch of that white line. Hope versus being smart as a trader are two different things. So I'm actually in on both sides on Apple right now, So overall, I'm bearish on Apple. I'm just surprised that it's struggling this bad, especially with the market up twice in two days, and Apple's only up. I mean, Apple is down in the past 2 days, so that tells you exactly what's going on with Apple. The sentiment is very weak. It's not following the market, which is super bearish, and on top of that, it's not touching that white line. So that means nobody is willing to buy it at those levels. So remember, we talked about snow, and look, it's going up. It filled this gap right here. Remember, we were talking about what gap will get filled first. It looks like it filled the top gap. Do it still has more upside? I believe so. So, but typically when gaps are filled, stocks tend to fall back into their regular pattern, so we can see a reversal. So sidelines for snow for me at the moment. Trying to think if it's any other stock I want to talk about. NEO is super bearish, guys. I'm gonna tell you again, like, we've been struggling. We cannot get above this line right here, similar to like Apple. We retest it. See, this is what I wanted Apple to do to this white line, is retest it, and then you answer right here on these shorts, and NEO is not getting above that. And so if we close below this, I am expecting furthermore downside from NEO. I wouldn't be surprised if we see 15 bucks next week for NEO. GME. It's, we have this hideous candle right here, and I don't think that it's going to save this stock. I still do think it's going to head down. I do think it's going to take some time, but I do see GME still going to 5 to 6 bucks. So yeah, I don't think we ever tried the Qs on my channel, but I do look at the Qs, which is QQQ, which is pretty much similar to the NASDAQ. So let's see what we got going on here. Can't look at it from this way. Let's look at it on the weekly, because typically that's how all my charts are set up. And wow, if we look at this, this is a signal right here that, you know, we're very bearish. So we could see, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a nice strong push from the bulls tomorrow to get QQQ up to about 305, which is about another percent or so, right? For the NASDAQ. And wow, so tomorrow is going to be very interesting. This is my first time looking at this Q's chart right here today. And what I'm seeing is that we are at a pivotal point for this weekly candle. And tomorrow's the last day. So what I see is that we have lost this trend right here. And we are bouncing and we are going straight for the trend. So tomorrow will be interesting. I do think we will probably test 305 tomorrow. I do think the market is going to be green just from looking at the Q's chart. I don't see, like, I'm serious, like I can seriously see the Q's testing this yellow line tomorrow, and I believe this will be your entry into shorts or bull position for next week. Take a look at the Q's to end the day tomorrow. If we close above this yellow line, this is bullish for bulls. If we close below, or let's just say we don't even make it back to this yellow line tomorrow, that is super bearish. If we touch that line and we get rejected from that line, that is another super bearishness. So I will be looking at the Qs tomorrow. And I'm shocked I never really talked about this on our channel, because I love trading tech stocks like everybody else, right? So this is a very important level for the Qs. And for me, I believe we will go up and get rejected. The scenario that I hope doesn't happen is that we just pretty much drop tomorrow and don't even retest that, which is super bearish. The only reason why I would prefer it to go up is because I'm still holding some calls, and I want to look for more opportunities to add on to shorts. But this is very bearish, guys, and tomorrow is key. This will give you an indication on exactly how to play next week. So take a look at the Qs. I will make this a intro to onto my videos, so we can, you know, make sure people understand exactly what we as Talk Stock would be are looking at. We are looking at the Qs. Qs are the focus to end the week. Same thing with Apple. You know, if we can see the Qs make it back to 305, I can see Apple going back to test that white line tomorrow. And if that's the case, that should be our indication, especially high close. So I'll be looking into that. And what was the Qs at today? 352 cents, but it made it to 301 today, right? Yeah, wow, almost 302. So we're getting close. So it doesn't even have to be a percent move for the NASDAQ tomorrow to get back to that level. So that will be interesting on the weekly. And I believe, we talked about Walmart, and Walmart is still moving higher. It is, look at this. We want to see a break, a close above on the weekly over here. If we don't get that close above, I wouldn't enter, especially since we're at the top of the trend. Because we can start a reversal and head back down. For me, I would like to see a entry. Let's look at the daily. I just want to see a close above here. Pretty much. We get that close above there. I'm in. I am definitely in. And look where we're at right here. See that? You see those touches? Starting from over here. And we got rejected today. So I would like to see tomorrow close above here. If we can see it close above here tomorrow, that will be an entry for me for Walmart. So that's exactly what I see for tomorrow. I do think we do go green, but I'm hoping that we go green and we reverse. We hit those key trend support resistance levels, and then we reverse back from then. But like I said, today was very surprising. I love the dip buyers came in twice today, which is for shorts that's very intimidating, and so that's something to look forward to. So stay locked in, and please subscribe if you like the content. Share the video, drop a like, and I'll see you next time on Talk Stocks with B. Have a great day and happy Friday for tomorrow. Who gets paid tomorrow?